Welcome to the BCFC Coaches Show for Week 10. It's the regular season finale, and there's still plenty on the line as playoff positioning will be determined finally after this Thanksgiving weekend. In Kelowna, it's a battle for first place as the 9-0 Vancouver Island Raiders will face the 8-1 Okanagan Sun. With the Raiders win, they clinch home field advantage. For the Sun, they need to win by more than 13 points to clinch home field. Both teams know what's at stake, as Raiders head coach Matt Blocker says this team knows how to play in a big game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's all on how you want to approach things, and I think pressure is just something you either put on yourself or you don't, and we, I think, put a lot of pressure on ourselves to succeed. So, we're really excited, and this is going to be a pressure-full game. Every play is going to matter, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
Do you feel you're in the driver's seat? Because even if you do lose by 13 points or less, you still win home field advantage?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I've ever felt I've been in the driver's seat ever. I mean, every game's different and every circumstance different, and you just have to deal with it as everything comes. And so, for as far as I'm concerned, I don't really look at one team in the driver's seat more than the other. And I think our team will worry about the points in a scenario, I think, more in the fourth quarter than we're worrying about it right off the bat. And if it plays, it plays. But we just have to be focused play to play, and we can't get too over concerned about that right now.
Where do you feel you pose the biggest problem for the Sun?
Well, I don't know if we pose too big of a problem in anything for the Sun. I think right now they're playing great football, maybe the best football they've been playing. And I know some people say, well, they didn't play that good versus Chilliwack, but they play a whole different style of game when it comes to the Vancouver Island Raiders. So, our only thing we can hope for is that we can play consistent football. And I think, it's the one thing, Ryan, that we've worked hard at, and I think we've been pretty good at. So we have to be that same consistent team that has to have the ability to throw and run and vice versa on defense, and also pose a little bit of threat on specials. So, if we're consistent in what we do, then we feel that we're going to be in the ball game, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Well, are you the same or a little bit different from Week 5 last time you saw them?
Oh, I think we're completely different.
Yeah.
I think we play at a whole different tempo. I think we understand our systems a lot better. We had a chance now, obviously, to play everybody in the league, and I think that our adjustments and how we, now that we've played teams, we can approach it, from a lot smarter situation because we have played them. So I believe the Okanagan Sun are completely different, and I really believe the Raiders are completely different as well.
Back in Week 5, the Sun allowed a last-second touchdown in Nanaimo, which could come back to hurt them here in Week number 10. If the Sun have any hopes of hosting the playoffs throughout, they must beat the Raiders by at least 14 points. Head coach Jason Casey has liked what he has seen in practice this week.
Absolutely. So far, it's been a great week of practice. Guys are down to business. They know what we need to know or to do and expect from the Raiders. The guys are devouring film. They know our game plan. So far, considering it's Thursday, it looks fantastic.
If you win, but don't win by 14, is it disappointing?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to put us in a position to lose the game, but whether we lose by 10 or win by 13, it's the same thing. Whether we're 9-1 in second or 8-2 in second, really, it doesn't matter. I want to win the game. That being said, we're going to be going balls to the wall to win by 14 or more, and that's not going to be easy. The Raiders aren't going to come in here and lie down. I mean, they don't have all these championships because they're, an average team. They're well coached. They've got a lot of talent. They're going to come in here with swagger and want to beat us on our home field, and we've got to make sure, A, they don't do that, and B, we finish first. But our lads know it's not going to be an easy task. It's going to be a 60-minute dogfight. The Raiders are tough as nails. So our guys need to be up to the challenge if we're going to pull off a victory by 14 or more. And, I'm a betting man that it'll happen.
Are you different or that much different from Week 5?
Absolutely. Night and day. Night and day different. Our offense is firing on all cylinders. I love the way our offense is churning. Our O-line, I've been saying, this is probably the 10th time I've said it, they're big, mean, and nasty. And, our O-line are turning into pricks, and that's what you want. You want pricks as O-linemen, and we've got 5 starting ones, and I love it. So I'm looking forward to seeing them going against the Raiders front 7.
The first game of the weekend will see a battle for third place as the 4-5 Langley Rams travel to West Shore to face the 5-4 Rebels. If the Rebels win, they clinch third place, and head coach John Cardalicchia believes his squad has the advantage.
Well, I guess you'd have to think that, but we just, we know they're a good football team, and they're going to come with everything they got. They've lost 2 tough ones in a row, and we just go into the game knowing we have to be prepared to beat this team.
Regardless of what happens during the playoffs, no matter what, what's more important than winning or simply playing well and executing correctly?
Oh, well, winning, of course.
Do you change much, or can you change much from 2 weeks ago?
No, I mean, you're always tweaking things at this time of year and adding a few wrinkles in, but you are who you are. You got to dance with the lady that brought you, you know?
Everybody healthy? Everybody ready to go for Saturday?
Oh, God, no, I wish. We've got injuries all over the place, so we've plugged in quite a few guys that haven't started all year into spots, and we lost another 3 last week up in Kamloops, so it's tough go that way, but you expect that in the football season. It's week 10, and everybody's banged up, I'm sure.
2 weeks ago, the Rams were beaten by the Rebels 35-28, setting up a scenario in which the Rams need to win by more than 7 points to clinch third place. And head coach Jeff Alamahota knows exactly what's on the line and says there has been time to put in some new stuff.
Yeah, definitely gives us some time to get in the film room and see what they did to us and how they attacked us both on the defense and offensive side of the ball. So it allows us to kind of make any adjustments that we feel we need to make and kind of put that in during our work week.
What's the status on Brandon Lay?
Brandon suffered just an injury in that previous game. He should be good to go. And, everything, he's been working at practice. He's been throwing the ball and moving around, and he's been cleared, so everything's good to go.
You've already made the playoffs. You'll know you'll be on the road for the semifinal. You need to win by 8 to finish third this weekend. Is that the goal, or is the goal just to win?
Our goal is to get better. That's what our goal is. We actually talked all week about not focusing on the outcome of the game, whether it be, winning by 1 or winning by 8 or the score or spread or anything like that. Just, focusing on us getting better, working on our stuff that we have to work on, and obviously game planning for them. And then once we do that and focus on us and seeing if we can improve as a football team, let them chips fall where they may.
What's the 1 or 2 things you want to work on and get better specifically for this game?
Well, I think offensively, just getting some consistency. That can be said for the defensive side of the ball as well. We look good at times, and then at times we just make bonehead moves, to be honest with you, and it hurts us in a game. We haven't put together 60 minutes yet, and we need to be able to put 60 minutes together to come away with a win.
Saturday night, we'll see the final game of the year for both the 1-8 Kamloops Broncos and the 0-9 Chilliwack Huskers. The Broncos' only win of the year was at the hands of the Huskers, and head coach Duncan Othius says winning in the season finale is very important for his entire club.
It is very important. We want to end the season on a good note. It hasn't been the greatest notes, but it is a very important. Nobody wants to go into the season being in last place.
Other than winning, what do you want, or what is the most important thing you want to accomplish on the field?
Just a solid effort from all aspects of the game with the 3 phases with O, D, and special teams. Hopefully we can get a great effort from the kids and great performances from them.
Do you feel you have the upper hand because you beat this team last time you saw them? I mean, it was week 2.
It was week 2. I don't think we do. I think we're basically almost the same team. We're a smaller team, and we have some good athletes. That's the same with Chilliwack. It's basically. I know they're going to come out hungry. Mm-hmm. I know how they're going to be. They're going to be very hungry for the game. It's just keeping our kids up for this game, and I think we've done that, and they're ready for them, and I believe Chilliwack's going to be ready for us.
Are you also peeking ahead to next year and looking at guys who you might want to have to come back and talking to players and what have you heard from players about coming back next year? We
definitely are looking forward to that, what's going to happen next year. And I would believe most of the guys that we've talked to, basically actually all of them that we've talked to, are going to be coming back. I know we're going to be losing about 6 of them through graduation, and some are going to probably be moving on to CIS. So we're going to have to do a heavy recruiting job. We want to get a little bit bigger because we're a pretty small team compared to the other teams in this conference.
It's been a difficult season for the Huskers. After starting the year with an exhibition win in Prince George, they have seen a plethora of injuries to key pieces. Despite that, head coach Luke Atchison says everyone is ready for the finale.
You could see that we all want to win pretty badly. It's been a tough year, there's no doubt about that. Guys have fought hard and stuck it out, and it'd be great to reward them with a nice win this weekend.
Now, you haven't seen the Broncos since week 2. Can you take anything away from that game?
No, we suspect that they're completely different than what we saw in week 2. They're definitely a spirited bunch in week 2, and it's a long season, and they've had a long season as we have. So we know they're gonna be hungry. We're gonna be going into hostile territory, and whatever we get, we're gonna have to earn.
No matter the outcome of the game, what are you going to tell your guys after the game?
Well, it's you're almost into next season mode where you're kind of giving them the formula for us getting better, and it's guys sticking around. It's guys being dedicated and sticking around in the off season and making sure that they get back next year and take care of the things that they need to do in the off season. Definitely clear up any injuries that they've sustained over the season. And football players are made in the off season, so you got to try to emphasize that they understand that.
Have you had a lot of positive feedback when you talk to guys about coming back next year?
Yeah, guys. A lot of guys are excited. A lot of the young guys are excited for next year, and I can't wait for next year, coach. And it's funny. Everyone will tell you they're going to train like a beast in the off season, right? You hear that a million times, and then you say, "Well, show me." But yeah, a lot of these guys are excited to be back. Haven't heard any type of negative feedback where, "Coach, I'm not going to come back," or anything like that. So they're excited for this game, and they're excited for next year as well.
It's the regular season finale for all 6 teams, and there is still so much on the line. Follow the BCFC on Facebook and enjoy Week 10. Until next time, I'm Ryan Waters.